started. Just let you know if you're there. Just need to check the Gavra on Twitch, and then we'll be all good. Hopefully I just need to get this advert out of the way first of all, but we'll be there very shortly though. As now, just quickly, I'll have a bit of audio because just need to make sure, but yeah, so, and yeah, so, okay, so, so hello everyone and welcome to Gavra Racing for another race here on F1 2021, and I think it will be the final one in F1 2021, so it's going to be a very interesting one here today. So today we are here around the Brazilian circuit here, the Sao Paulo circuit, which obviously brings a lot of history as well as a lot of interest as well as action as well. So today we are here around the legendary Sao Paulo circuit today in Brazil, and we're now getting ready for qualifying. And today with me it's a commentator who is going to be with me for the final round of this season. It will be Lukey Boy here commentating with me tonight.
Hello everyone. Hope you're all having some great evenings wherever you are in the world. And yeah, this is the final race of the season. To be honest, it's been fun like commentating over this last season, and like I may not be commentating like right off the launch of F1 2021 or 2022, I mean, purely because of bargaining with my parents may not go my way, and I may have to wait till December.
Yeah, that is fine. Definitely will be looking forward to commentate with you in the long term. But anyway, so yes, this will be the last round of the season. So the championship has been declared for the drivers. He's unfortunately not attending here. Boyd Voss is the actual champion as well as second place. Uni J is not able to join in for the last round, but his teammate Kabam Barrages here is here today to maybe try and get some more points. So obviously still there's championship positions to decide, as well as the Constructors' Championship. It's still to decide there. So yeah, there's a lot to decide here in his final race. Obviously Brazil being a very famous venue, especially for its final race, especially bring back to 2008 where Lewis Hamilton obviously on the final corner claimed the championship, where Felipe Massa was champion for 1 or 32 seconds, but then Hamilton overtook Timo Glock on the final corner, and he did get the championship. But we'll see if anything can happen. So currently, our full provisional poll, we've got RCH Archer. I'll say Achar. I think I don't know how to say that, but anyway, he currently was sitting on the top of the timesheet, but now Shortbread sets the fastest lap of the session with 1 minute 7.215. So very close margin between Shortbread and the Red Bull here, who I believe is reserving one of the drivers here today. But yeah, that is everything I believe at the moment from me. So yeah, but it could be very interesting for the constructors, and I'll quickly have a look now for the constructor standings, and yeah, we'll see what will happen in the future of this qualifying session. And Let's see how will other drivers do. Pietro actually currently P3 here in the Haas, replacing Boyd Vos here. So let's see what can he do here. But now quickly look at the constructors. So I have got the constructors here. So first place is Haas with 191 points, with Ferrari P2 here. So it's between Haas and Ferrari for the Constructors' Championship. So two teams battling out for the Constructors' crown. Yeah, will Haas become double champions, or maybe Ferrari will steal that double championship hope from Haas? But then Mercedes very far behind with 102 points behind. 102 points at the tally, with around 70, I believe, around 84 points off Ferrari here, with Alfa Romeo 8 points behind, as well as Alpine. So Alfa Romeo and Alpine neck to neck here. So it's going to be very tight for third position, definitely. And Red Bull as well, mathematically, are still in the fight for third. So it's a very big fight for third. But Aston Martin, mathematically, they are still in the fight. But then from McLaren, they can fight for fourth. So yeah, it's very tight for third. So it's between Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, the Alpine, Red Bull, and the Aston Martin, possibly to win to get third. Yeah, so it's a massive battle here, which is very interesting, definitely. And then McLaren 7th with 56, Williams with 8th and 9th, and then 10th is AlphaTauri with 27 points. And that's enough of me talking here, and I'll pass it on to Lukey Boy here. He's trying to make any more comments about the Constructors' Championship. Very, very close.
So yeah, so I've just done the maths, and Aston Martin could take P3, considering the fact that 65 plus 26 place plus 18 will give us 109, which would put them 7 points ahead of Mercedes.
Yes, that is very true, but that is pretty much impossible. But obviously, some stuff which deemed to be impossible can be possible. So that is sometimes said a lot. But yeah, everything is not impossible, and we could see maybe that happening. But we need for Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Alpine, and Red Bull to DNF or have like 1 or 2 points to their tally. So yeah, all the teams have a good chance of getting that third position. So it's very close here, kind of bringing me 2020 and 2021 vibes, kind of a battle for third in the Constructors' Championship. But currently, for provisional polls, still Shortbread holding that. Tabby Topdex goes P3 here with a nice lap of a 1 minute 7.3 there, just about edging into the 1 minute 7.3s. Could we maybe go to 106s, which will be very interesting. Just made a very massive jump. That's Piero running, I believe, the Brazilian helmet there for the final round. So yeah, we'll see what Piero can do. With 5th position at the moment, it's very tight here. We can see Lukey Boy, very, very close margins here. So very interesting. So the top 11 just separated by just under a second, but the top 8 are 4/10 separated. Yes, so now I'll quickly look at the chart. Pierre Chou, good evening, as well as Shortbread. And yes, it's very interesting, especially the margins, very, very tight margins. It could be very depended on the margins and how close your sectors are. It could be very, very close.
Yeah. But as you see at the moment, Haas and Ferrari both looking very off colour.
Yes.
As we got Kev down in P11, Liam, albeit he's just sitting in, he's down in P12 with Kebab literally leading the way in P4 for the Ferrari.
Yeah, so it's kind of one side of the garage really high in hopes, the other one low in hopes. So yeah, we'll see what can Liam do here. But as obvious, margins are very close. So as you can see there, Jutsikev sets the fastest lap here, 1 minute 7.1, and now we're getting a lot more closer to the 1 minute 6s. Let's see will that happen though. But Jutsikev will take a provisional pole at the moment, but there's very close. Peter P3. So a lot of drivers go very quick here. So Peter showing his pace around Sao Paulo, as we're just looking for any drivers crossing the line. Liam has, I believe, no fuel. But let's go for an onboard lap though with K-Lock Steph for this lap around Sao Paulo. So on to turn 1 we go. Just brake just before the grass on the right hand side starts, and now you want to use the curbs through this chicane, the 7S's as people say it's called, but now through the Sea de Lago and now through the first DRS straight. Now just brake just before the 50 meter board, or just at the 50 meter board. You do not go aggressive on the curbs before invalidation. And now through this very uphill right-hander here, very, very bad on the rear tires, especially, can really spin you off. But now this very technical sector 2 now is going to follow up for K-Nark Steph, using the curbs nicely. And now you want to use the curb here, want to really try and get the traction. And now through this very dangerous left-hander, so it's very, very tight there, especially for racing. But now through the final corner, then very nicely done. And now it's going to be now just across the line from the rundown with DRS. And what's it going to be for K-Lock Steph? He improves by 0.05 of a second, but does not move up or down a place. But only 0.05 improvement there for K-Knock Steph. He's definitely going to hope for some quick cut laps there. But yeah, as you can see, Lukey boy, it is very, very close. It's very close. Obviously, this track is obviously a very, very short track. So obviously, you expect to have very, very, very slim margins, but not this slim though. With only the top 14 in 1 second, just about there from K-Knock Steph. But this is getting very interesting. We've got a lot to cover here. Obviously, some drivers now on laps like Piero Tabby Dopdex, who invalidated Pierre Chou there. Pierre Chou is going very slow, as I think he must have backed out. But yeah, it's very interesting at the moment. You've got 5 minutes, or just under 5 minutes, to the checkered flag fall. So we're now slowly into the dying minutes of qualifying.
Yeah, so it's literally the top 14 separated by under a second. And I really think that we can see some very good racing here tonight.
Yes, that is very true. Obviously, the pace of pretty much most of the grid will be very, very... look, your voice is lagging. Oh... For me, it's completely okay, so I don't know if I'm not sure everything's alright. But, yeah, good evening, Jutsi Kev. But, yeah, everything's fine from my point of view. Just let me know if it keeps going. But, yeah, so, his voice... his voice is echoing a bit. It's just a bit. I think there's just an echo in it. Yeah, I think it could be. I don't hear any echoes on my POV, so I'm not sure what's happened. But I think it's all okay. Should not be a big interruption. But yeah, Shortbread. Yeah, he's really quick around Brazil. I've raced against him a lot of times before, been teammates as well for a certain one-off event, and yeah, he's really. Yeah, so yeah, Shortbread is really quick. We've once been teammates before for a Imola one-off event, and yeah, it's been very nice. But anyway, we still got 3 minutes, and still Billy Misu crossing the line and goes into P6, and now just gets ahead of Piero there. as now Liam is not on the lap. K-Nox Def is abandoned, as well as Pacino, Heblerino as well. So a lot of drivers abandoning that lap. So I think the mistakes are going to be quite costly. Those first 2 corners make or break your lap. The center S has really got to push the car there. That's probably the most important section. And then probably the second most is probably the uphill section, because that's where like your rear tires start to pretty much go, because you're turning in so much and obviously going uphill as well. But Liam now on a lap, so easy to validate that. Exactly. Very true. So we could see penalties as well. But yeah, Lukey boy, it's getting very interesting, as now there's just 2 minutes left. The top 2, as now one of them are going out on the pits. The Mercedes of Shortbread still due to go out, but I think he will dive out of the pits there very shortly. But we're now going to see. But look at Archard here getting provisional pole with a 1 minute 7.0, so great lap there, and that could really be a tough task here because of how close it is. So let's see how now will the former top 2 drivers do here, as now Jyoti Kev needs to gain 1.5 tenths here to get provisional pole position, but it could decide a lot here. It could be very difficult at times. A tenth and a half is easy to gain, but especially if you've done a very good lap, it is very difficult to master. But we'll see what will happen here, Lukey boy.
So Kev been dominating this qualifying session, and then Archer comes in and just pumps in a great lap to knock Kev off of pole, and it's quite impressive to see him put in such a great performance. And on top of that, Shortbread needs to get in a quick lap now if he wants any hope as qualifying comes to an end.
Yes, so I just quickly checked the stream. See, yeah, it is echoing a little bit, but it could be my microphone. But yeah, after qualifying, I'll unplug and plug it back in, and then possibly could be a difference. But anyway, we're going to go on board with Jotikev here, because now this could really be a lose or a win here for the drivers here. Archer is in the pits here, so he can't fight here for pole position. He can't defend it here, because obviously he set a lap just around 2 or 1 minute left. But Jutsi came now through this left-hander here, where collisions do often happen. But now he's got a purple middle sector here, Lukey boy. So now it's just got this straight to do, and he has to do this perfectly. He can't do any slight mistakes. Now through to the line. It's going to be a rundown to the line, to the shortest way to that, but it's not going to be enough. And Pierre Shu there, getting P3 there. Good lap from the Haas there. Haas taking the first and the second row at the moment, with Shortbread here still due to get a lap. R. Peters backed off, but Shortbread is 2 tenths up here in the middle sector. Is Shortbread gonna take pole position? Oh no, he's not. He's not gonna take it there, and that is not gonna be great news there for Shortbread. But P3 is very good for him, but still, our Peter has abandoned his lap. Everyone is, I believe, finished, and the top 4 separated by less than a tenth. It's not been that close in recent times here in Gavra Racing. Fantastic. And it's going to be Archer here setting the fastest lap in very late manner, and he takes pole position in the Red Bull with Jutsikev P2, Shortbread P3. But that is a great lap from Archer. Damn, why the field so close. Yeah, it is very tight, which is great. Obviously, the race pace could be very different though. I think, yeah, it's very, very intense here. But yeah, so now both passes into the top 5 here, so it's going to be a very interesting one. But that is going to be everything on qualifying. So that is an end to qualifying. But yeah, so now it's going to be Archer taking pole position from Jutsikev, sorry there. So yeah, Archer's going to take pole position from Jutsikev, but yeah, very slim margin. So Archer and Jutsikev taking the first row with the front row. Shortbird, Pieshu, Alpita complete the top 5, and then Kebab Barrage is 6th. Billy Misu, Piero, Tabby Top Decks, Born Evil complete the top 10, and then outside the top 10 with free choice of tyre, flat left, Liam, J&B Cyril, Heblerino, K-Nox, Steph, and then K-Nox, Steph, and then Pacino, and then the Hebler sitting at the rear end of the grid. A qualified P4 in Super League, but P9 in Premier Series. It kind of does make sense, because like it doesn't it depends on how good, because the lap could be completely different. It depends. Yeah, because it could be maybe, you know, you could have done a way better lap then compared to your Premier Series lap then yesterday. But yeah, here we go. Yes, that is true. Here we go, back on racing here. But yeah, so what do you think is going to be choice of tyre here, Lukey boy, for this Grand Prix?
I'm expecting many people to start on the soft compound tyres, then go onto a medium, and then maybe onto another set of mediums. I'm expecting 2 stops all around.
Yeah, it could be a 2-stopper. And it could be a 1-stop here. It could be whatever it can. But you could see drivers doing it 2-stopper. But as you can see, it is going to be overcast here, so we could maybe see a bit of clouds. Wait, I'm going to quickly check if I've accidentally said to cloud overcast. No, it's on dynamic. Okay, it's on dynamic. I thought for a second, no way, I've put it on overcast. But no, it's on dynamic, just in case. I've set it's on dynamic weather, so it's simulated. But yeah, so now, anyway, we're now going to be lined up on the grid here. So, quick race prediction. Who do you think is going to win this Grand Prix, Lukey boy? Could it be the top 3? Could it be someone in the top 10 for a surprise? What do you think is going to be the race winner into the final round?
To be honest, considering the fact how close the field has been today, I can really make no calls. It could be anyone.
Yes, that is true. The grid is just so bunched up. Yeah, the weather is set to dynamic, so it's pretty much randomized weather. So the weather could be wet and sunny. If it's overcast, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is set to dynamic. Yeah, set to dynamic, so which means that the weather is not 100% sure. If it's sun, it could be rain, it could be whatever. I wonder if no rain. Oh well, Bonnie. So quick weather update. There's not going to be any rain, but anyway, we're now going to be lining up here on the grid here to commentate this final race of this season in the Super League. Unfortunately, couldn't commentate yesterday on the Premier Series because obviously I was on holiday, but today I just got back and I managed to get back. But anyway, lights are counting down, and here we go for this Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go. As now Archer gets a very good start, but then but both two get very, very close wheel to wheel into turn 1. Both of them leave a good space, and now Jotikev will get the better run down, as now Piero and Kebab, there's someone spun off in the background. That's Heblerino, one of the McLarens there, hitting the polystyrene barriers as well, but I think everyone is off well. Billy Misu now on Born Evil here, side by side. Born Evil goes off the circuit though, but Born Evil trying to fight back, but Born Evil's just too far to do so. And that is very close to 2 Alpines fighting here for position, as now everyone gets away safely. Heblerino, they're really unlucky there at the start of this Grand Prix, as now we're now slowly entering lap 2 in this Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's been a great start for Archer. Kev pressuring him constantly. Shortbread trying to get those opportunities where he can.
Yeah, so now it's gonna the gap is 4 tenths here, so it could be very, very interesting to see how will the gaps be. And as you can see, Tabby's gone into the pits here. Born Evil has spun into turn 1. That's what's happened to him.
I think it may have just been a spin.
Yeah, it could be maybe a spin into turn 1, because you do so often get your tyres just give up sometimes at turn 1. So very unfortunate there. Tabby Dop Dex, I think he had to get a front wing change. Yeah, so now Shortbread is close as well to Jutsi Kev. Pierre Shu just around 6 tenths. The same for our Peter. So so the top 8 are very close to each other. Flat Left just slowly going back here. Liam's all over that Alfa Romeo here, Luca boy. So we could see an overtake for the Ferrari here, which is crucial for points, because at the moment it's Haas advantage Haas at the moment here, as now the Italian outfit Ferrari. Now we're going to hope that Liam gets this overtake done here. Now he's going to be side by side. Liam going to go down the inside of Flat Left here. There's side by side. Liam with the soft tyres. He's going to have the better grip. He kind of makes contact with the rear left of Flat Left, but DRS is now going to be activated, and now Liam bolsters up ahead of Flat Left into turn 4. Flat Left cannot do absolutely anything.
Yeah, simple move from Liam.
Yes.
Got the job done nice and early.
Very, very nice move there from Liam, and now that moves him up to 9th. And now let's see what he can do here to progress up the grid here. Lucky boy, he could be a very interesting one to watch here. Currently 1.3 to Piero because of a Flat Left there. It was kind of 1 second back. He couldn't just keep up with Piero, but now Williams going to try and make that back as quickly as possible. Now DRS is enabled though, remember, and now Archer is now going to have to defend here. He's moving to break the slipstream, but Jutsi Kev knows how to. He's moved quite a lot there, so he could maybe the stewards could maybe have a look at that. But now they're side by side. Great racing from them as now Jutsi Kev goes off wide, but now Archer will have the DRS. So now the Red Bull is going to be against the Haas here for the lead of this race, and now it's going to be side by side in turn 4. The Red Bull are on the outside, the Haas defending on the inside. The Haas on the inside has the better line out of turn 4 and 5 and gets the lead now. But look how close Archer is here to Jutsi Kev here, as now Tabby sets the fastest lap on those fresh soft tyres. Pacino gets a 3-second time penalty on the hards, so quickly run down through the tyres. So Flat Left as now Pacino gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting now. So I think he must have spun here and maybe cut the entire circuit. They're very and the Hebler now. What on earth has happened, Lucky boy? Have you seen what happened by any chance, or no? Very, 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 very confusing there. Pacino spun very quickly, and then just out of surprise, then De Hebler just spins at the same spot, but Pacino gets a 10-second time penalty after that though, unfortunately. But as you can see here, Lucky boy, Jutsi Kev is slowly edging now ahead of Archer here, so now Shortboy could get a go at the Red Bull.
Yeah, this is probably going to end up being the case where Kev's going to pull away, and maybe Archer might end up suffering and falling back.
Yeah, so it could be it's going to be a crucial moment here. DRS is pretty much the key, but now that key could be lost now and taken here from Archer, as now the gap is 1 second. But can Archer get in that 1 second? And unfortunately, he does not by 1 millisecond, and now Archer is going to be very vulnerable here into turn 1. As you can see, Lucky boy, he's really gaining here. Shortbread but he's lifting, coasting there very interestingly, Shortbread. So I think he might have a low load of fuel, most likely. Yeah. So maybe it's because possibly the fuel loads are kind of low here, but now, as you can see, Shortbread really saving here with lifting and coasting. As you can see, Pieshu very wide, and now this gives an opportunity for our Peter to look for a move at Pieshu. Pieshu unfortunately cannot fight back, but as you can see, Pieshu gets a very nice run down through the hill section. Unfortunately, he can't get close. Someone spun, and that's Billy Misu now. So he must have made contact or spun by himself there. So some spins there going around, but unfortunate left for Billy Misu. But still there in the points, he can still fight for some points. But Flat Left is behind him here, who can look for an attack. But still Archer is not getting in that DRS here. Jutikev just slowly edging ahead here. So now this is good for Jutikev. He can save his tyres, his ERS. And yes, now kind of the grid slowly spreading here. Our Peter leading this DRS train from 4th to 8th. As you can see, there massive DRS train behind here, as you can see, Lukey boys. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of moves happening. K-Nox Steph, gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's going to be 3 seconds added to the end of this race. But now it's getting quite interesting here. So most likely they'll stop, the drivers will stop around lap 15, 14 or 16 at most for one stop. But if for a 2-stop, they could pit for around lap 10, maybe lap 11 at the top of my head. I'm not exactly sure what the strategy could be around here, but it's going to be very interesting to see what the drivers have in their minds. But now on to lap 7 here now, Luku boy. As you can see, look how much Shortbread is gaining. He could look for a move here.
Yeah, he could. He's decided to wait and use the next DRS section as someone has spun in sector 3. I think that was JBM.
JMB. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, he's going very slow. So that's very unfortunate. And now JMB Cyril's crashed, and that's a massive crash, and that could be a safety car. It is a safety car. And now this is perfect timing now for Tabby Dublex, who just came into the pits there. I'm not sure what happened to JMB Cyril, but maybe his tyres just went. So I'm not sure what happened to JMB Cyril, but very, very unfortunate. Oh! Archer gets a drive-through penalty. Oh no, that is a very big punishment for Archer, and now this will definitely rule him out of this race unless another safety car drives out later on. This is not good news for Archer now. He's going to have to serve this when the safety car has finished. He can't serve it now because it is not it's against the rules to see. Yeah, so he cannot serve it under a safety car, if I'm sure. Yeah, so now Archer is now into the pits, and now we'll go on those hard tyres. So he's going to go maybe 27 laps on those tyres, but now safety car will be out, and now we'll see how the drivers will now get used to it. But Kebab at the moment leads this Grand Prix because I believe of maybe a double stack. But yeah, that is currently what I think is going to happen. But yes, so now Archer with that penalty could really change this race here. Now Shortbread and now Peter could get into that fight for the win here and the race lead. So we'll see what will happen. But this is turning into be a very interesting race for all of us, definitely. So we'll see what will happen here in this Grand Prix. But now we're currently on to lap 10, and we'll see now what will happen in the future. And yeah, so now Kebab, will he pit this lap? I don't think he will. Most likely not. But yeah, currently one retiree, which is JMB Surreal, so by crashing into the wall there, unfortunately, could be maybe his tyres, and K-Nox Steph there having a massive spin at the uphill section. I was on board with him, and then the car just gave up on him, and that is that's very, very unfortunate there for the Red Bull driver, and hopefully he can now slowly recover back. But the safety car probably will be in next lap, or maybe in 2 laps time. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, with Archer getting that drive-through penalty, it really just means for him that he just can't win this. I can't really see him winning this.
Yes, definitely true. Definitely, it could be very, very difficult here, unless another safety car goes out. And but Archer is not going to be very happy with this. Will the safety car be within this lap? It won't be, because K-Nox Steph, unfortunately, because of his spin, now needs to catch up here. And yeah, so next lap the safety car will be in. So we'll now see how. But Jutty Kev is on the mediums with RP, not RP, on Peter, Pieshu, Liam, Billy Misu, and Dehebel, as well as K-Lox F on the mediums, Pacino flat left, and then Shortbread on the fresh softs here, and then on the hard we've got Piero, Born Evil, and then Archer, as well as Tabby Top Decks, who probably will be going to the end of the race. Pacino's gone into the pits here, so I think he's going to look for a change on his tyres, or maybe a front wing change. It is not a front wing change, as he's going on to the hards. So the white striped hard tyres are going to go on to the Aston Martin, and he goes out of this race. But now it could be very, very interesting to see who will lead into turn 1 in the safety car period, definitely. But it will be very interesting to see, as now in a couple of corners time you will get to see what will happen into turn 1. As now Jutty Kev really warming up his tyres, as well as Archer warming up his tyres. Piero, so really need to get those tyres warmed up here, because the safety car will be peeling in most likely this lap. But now it will probably be showing that now. But we'll see what will happen into turn 1, as now Kebab will become the de facto safety car if the safety car will decide to go in a slap. And yes, it is going in the slap, so Kebab Barrages will become the de facto safety car now. He will lead the pace, he will lead when he starts. He's pretty much the boss now. He decides to do anything he wants. No, overtaking is permitted, and now we'll see what will Kebab do. He's warming up his tyres, but as you can see there, quite a nice start. Jutikev kind of got in there, but as you can see, poor start there from Archer, and now Shortbread is now going to look for an attack on him. Now, as you can see, Archer moves a bit over Shortbread's line there, so it could be very dangerous there. But now Archer gets a very poor exit and nearly taps Shortbread there. As you can see, very easy move there, kind of like a Verstappen kind of move, and gets into P3, into the podium positions. But now look at Jutsikev here, now looking to get the lead here from Kebab Barges. Kebab, as you can see, they're defending that position from Jutsikev here. As you can see, Kebab really fighting here, so I think he wants to do something about it here. I'm not sure. But as you can see, Jutsikev really going to try and get that position back as quickly as humanly possible. As now, Jutsikev now will have a chance here at this straight with ERS.
Yeah, and hopefully he can get that move done because Kebab Barrages is on 11 lap old soft, and there's yellow flags in sector 3. I think I've been Tabby Top Decks taking a bit of a spin.
Yes, I think it was Tabby Top Decks taking a spin on those hard tyres, but now it's going to be Jutsikev looking for a move here, most likely. Shortbread is very close behind as well. Knoxef gets a 3-second time penalty. As now, it's now getting sunny, so now chances of rain. But as you can see, look, Jutsikev round the outside of Kebab here. Kebab makes a mistake, and now Shortbread could follow on. But he does not follow on. It's yellow flags, and that is Archer. It's Archer spinning off in the distance.
And that was.
And
his race has just gone from bad to worse.
Yes, that is a big blow here, and now Archer is now required to take that drive-through penalty. As you can see, now Shortbread has got the move done on Kebab Barrages, as now Shortbread will need to get that move on Jutsikev as quickly as possible here, so he could get that DRS here. He's got the fresh soft tyres. He has his opportunity right now, as he is in the DRS of Jutsikev. So now we'll see what will happen between them, as now Arpeter and Archer into the pits here, as Arpeter in the pits for a front wing, as well as Archer not into the pits there to serve a drive-through. That's drive-through penalty, as now he's going to leave here. As you can see, both the McLarens going a bit wide there, especially Hablarino. They're really going wide there. I think he might have a bit of front wing damage here, Lukey boy. He's had a bit of understeer, or it might just be a setup. But Bonivel gets a 3-second time penalty, as now Bonivel will have 3 seconds added to his race time at the end of this race. As now flat left on Piero here. Piero on the worst tyres at the stage of this Grand Prix. DRS is enabled, but Piero will have the DRS, but flat left is super close. As you can see, he's gaining so much. Someone has spun somewhere, Arpeter.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it is. But now Piero now on flat left. Flat left on Piero, I should say, as he gets that move done. But now Pierre Chou will have to defend from flat left here, because Pierre Chou, flat left is really going in hot. As you can see, Shortbread has actually overtaken Jutsikev as we speak. He's now taking the lead of this Grand Prix from Jutsikev here. So Jutsikev now needs to stay in that DRS here if he wants to overtake him later on in this Grand Prix.
And not to try to take us away from the action of the racing, but I've just received a DM on Discord by some person who is in the Gavra racing server who has asked me, by any chance, do you know if I would... So by any chance, do you know if I'd be able to join for 20 minutes or so? And he's put in brackets, commentating. I don't know, mate, I doubt you can.
For commentating with Three, it's I know, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, because you have to apply to become a commentator.
Exactly, yeah. Or you can DM one of the admins, but yeah, so very unfortunate there, as now Kebab, as race gets from bad to worse now, as he gets overtaken. Now his teammates on the verge of overtaking him here, and now will his teammates, and now Liam bumps him, and that is damage. Oh, that is a big flash into the wall there from Kebab. So Liam, I think, has damage. Yes, he does. Yes, he has damage. You can see a bit of carbon fibre there missing in that Ferrari here. But now Piero will need to get a move on here, As now this is going to be very, very chaotic here. Billy Misu and Born Evil now are going to be side by side here. The Alpine against the Mercedes. Shortbread now on Jutsikev, and Shortbread now going to try and have an attack. He has now Liam into the pace for a front wing change. Shortbread is now going to have a look to get that overtake done on Jutsikev, but Jutsikev will make it easy, and now round the outside. And now, as you can see, Jutsikev and the Mercedes make contact there, and now as you can see, look how far he is now.
Yeah, and going back onto the person who DM'd me earlier, turns out he's an actual commentator for Gavra.
What chat is it then? That would be is it commentators lounge, or is it DM?
No. So he DM'd me the question, and then just to see whether he was a commentator or not, I just went to the F1 League chat, scrolled up a bit, and I found out they was.
Oh wow! So if he is a commentator for Gavra, then still though the limit. Well, there is no limit in commentating, but I kind of 3 people commentate is kind of a chaotic thing. Yeah, it's just too much, and to go through. Obviously, it's 3. It's not. I'm not like saying 2 is the limit, but 3 is just the most. The not a good idea, because obviously it's just the way, just the chaotic moments. But anyway, now let's move on to this Grand Prix. He has now Born Evil now on Billy Misu here, who's now going to defend that 4th position. Flat left currently P3, Jutsikev and Shortbread battling all the time for the position here, and we'll see what will happen through the start-finish straight. As now DRS is going to be enabled for for Jutsikev, but now he'll get a very big amount of overspeed, but now he does not overtake him because he wants that DRS there. So smart move there from the Swiss driver, and now he's going to try and have a look on Shortbread. Shortbread's got no ERS though, and now he's going to defend here. Or he's not going to defend. Jutsikev stays behind. As now Born Evil now on Billy Misu. Billy Misu has no battery to go through, and now Born Evil on the inside, and now there's contact. Billy Misu kind of there, leaves not a lot of room there for Born Evil. Now Piero now on Born Evil now, so it's getting very, very spicy in this race, as Born Evil now will try and catch back up to the Mercedes ahead, but that is not good news for Born Evil. I think he could have possibly damaged, but I don't think so. But Born Evil, unfortunate there for the Alpine, but hopefully we'll see what will Born Evil do here to stay in that DRS here. As anything could really happen. Pietro on the Hebler here as he overtakes him onto the final corner there. So kind of a very interesting spot to overtake, but as you can see, Born Evil there is going to try and get that DRS. He has yellow flags. It's Arpita spinning before the corner where Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon had a very big contact. Obviously in the 2019 Brazilian Grand Prix, which was obviously very heartbreaking for Alex. But anyway, Piero P6 at the moment. His teammates up at P5. So nice, good result currently for Alpine here. So hopefully now they won't fizz it up and push it to the limit here, because obviously you want to push to the limit but not over the limit, because if you push over to the limit then obviously you could spin. But both Alpines are on the hard, so we will see both of them most likely go into the end of the race then on those tyres.
Yeah, one man who has really been driving the perfect race. He's been flat left, sitting in P3. He's really just been driving his at his best.
Yeah, that's really true here. He's kind of got clean air. He's not got a big threat behind because there's a lot of battling going on behind him. There's battling going on ahead of him. So yeah, he kind of is sitting in the great seat right now. But now he just needs to just do the best he can, really, to keep P3 here. It could be a podium here for the Alfa Romeo. Pieschu again, the move's done on Pacino. Now he's into the points now. He's got 2 seconds to Tabby Dopdex on Heblerino and then K-Nox Stefia. So there's a lot still to decide here for points. But now, as you can see, Shortbread now is 1 second behind here. So I think now the battling has been closed down. Now Liam gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cuts. I think he must have spun. Yes, he has. Yes, his rear tyres are really not in good condition. As you can see there, the tyres are screaming. As you can see, he's wiggling. Oh, whoa.
Boniface made contact with Billy Meese and they spun.
Again. Oh, that is the second time this Grand Prix they've made contact, so that is not very good for Boniface. Now, K-Nox Steph could look for a move here on Boniface. Boniface is not going to defend this, I believe. Boniface is going to have a great X, as you can see, Lukey Boy. He's really pushing K-Nox Steph here. Is Boniface going to go for a look here? He's going to try and prepare this. Maybe he can look for a move, but I think it's just too far to do so.
They're really unlucky there for Boniface. That's the second time he's made contact with Billy Misu, and at the same corner as well.
Yeah, exactly. Very unfortunate. As now someone has spun DNF. Liam's out. Oh no, I don't think it's a safety car. He's parked in a safe position. The car's kind of in a safe position, but now Shortbread pits for medium tyres, and now flat left is on P2 here. Piero now will have the chance to look for overtaking Billy Musu here. Billy Musu made contact with one Alpine. Could he possibly make contact with two here? As now K-Nox Steph will have the DRS here on Boniface. As you can see, the overspeed he has on the Alpine. He goes ahead, but as you can see, Boniface, they're really hanging in there. There's Boniface kind of forced wide, but Boniface, as you can see, sitting there on the inside, but Boniface there is going to stay behind here and wait for the overtake to happen on the start-finish straight.
But yeah, Shortbread coming out P9, he's joined in right in with the action.
Yes, and that could really harm his race here, Lukey Boy, because he's now in this traffic. He is losing time, and he needs to get past this traffic as very soon as possible, pretty much. As now Piero now closing in on Billy Musi. Piero does not look to have a move, because I think Billy Musi is going to go into the pits very shortly. Is now Shortbread now on Heblerino. That is one driver now overtaken. Bonneville and K-Nox Steph are having a great battle here between them, and now they're going to be side by side for a very brief moment, but now Tabby Doldex has joined the battle, and now Tabby goes wide. Bonneville overtakes Tabby, as now Shortbread now will try and go and look for to overtake Tabby Doldex here in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, it's going to be a very close battle for P5, I think we can say for sure.
Yeah, definitely, and as well as for the lead as well, because it's still up, it's still on the cards here, but Bonneville and K-Nox Steph just battling it out, but I think K-Nox Steph has damage.
Yeah, he went very wide through there.
Yeah, I think he must have hit Bonneville. Or Bonneville hit him, or maybe, and then caused front wing damage. Flat left is in the pits here for tyre changes. He's P10 there. A very, very rapid change here. As you can see, look how much action is going on. Tabby gets a 3-second time penalty. Archer gets it as well. Another penalty of 3 seconds. Shortbread now on. Bon Ivan gets that move done. And now he can now just push the car now without any threat. Now, because Bon Ivan now will not need to worry about Shortbread. He's going to definitely let Shortbread just cruise ahead and now try and defend here from K-Knock Steph here, who's now out of DRS reach. So it's great news for Bon Ivan now, who can just slowly take a sigh of relief here. As now Bon Ivan now 1 second behind Shortbread, so now Shortbread's going to get a move on. Yeah, as now Piero now looking for the move to the inside of Billy Misu. Yeah, he's going to get the move done. Jyoti gives into the pits here for fresh soft tyres, so he's going to now be very, very rapid here. Where's Shortbread? He's over there, and there he is. They're going to be neck to neck, most likely. As you can see, they are very close, but Shortbread is a bit too far here, and I don't think now he will be able to challenge Jutsikev here for the win here, because now he has those fresh soft tyres. He can fly by here, as now barrages here on K-Knock Steph, who's is in the pits. Pieshu, Tabby and De Hebler as well into the pits for fresh soft tyres. As now Kebab just into the top 10 there, but as it stands though, Haas will become the double constructors champions unless they both somehow DNF. Then it's gonna be a DNF. But currently Jutikev now is gonna push as hard as he can to get past these drivers. As now Heblerino into the pits now for fresh tyres, for soft tyres most likely, or maybe mediums, but he's going on the softs, as you can see there. So Heblerino on the softs, and now we can see a lot of drivers going there on the soft tyres, most likely in a couple of laps time.
Yeah, Kev gaining rapidly on Piero and Billy Misu. He's probably going to end up getting ahead of them in the next few laps.
Yeah, definitely, as now Pacino is now P6 at the moment, but he still is due to pit here, and yeah, those tyres look very ruined here. As you can see, flat left is now going to overtake him very easily, and Albita gets a 3-second time penalty here, who's currently at the back here, pretty much waiting for a safety car to happen. As now Billy Misu into the pits, and now Jotikev taking P2 now, but now it probably will be P1. As you can see, Piero using the ERS, he's defending here because Piero is definitely going to stay out. So Piero is leading this race at the moment for the win here. So now they're going to battle here, but Piero is going to be pretty much left defenseless with his tyres right now. As you can see, Jutsikev all over him here. He needs to watch out though, because he could make contact with Piero. And now Shortbread can slowly get a bit closer. Now, as you can see, Jutsikev really trying to get that switchback done, and he's really trying to get the best exit now. Piero needs to get a good exit out of here, and he does as well as Jutsikev though, but Piero will pretty much be left defenseless here, as now Piero will have to defend here as much as he can. And now he tries to defend, but Jutsikev is just too quick for him. As now Piero gets definitely a warning there, and as you can see there now, Jutsikev takes the lead of this Grand Prix, and Piero now in P2, so it could be a good chance of a podium here for Piero, which is good news for the.
And yeah, considering the fact that we got 7 laps left, if Piero can hold on, it will almost definitely be a podium for him.
Yeah, as now as now yellow flags, and he's kebab at the centre S's.
He's facing the wrong way.
Yeah, so very unfortunate there, as you can see there, Peter passing him there. So yeah, very disastrous race here for Ferrari at the final race, where Ferrari could have won the Constructors, but unfortunately luck was not on their side. And currently the Haas team will win the Constructors here very comfortably. As our Archer is now currently P7 here from the back of the grid here with the driver. He's P7 at the moment, but he's got drivers with the soft tyres all fresh behind him here. So Archer now will probably not defend. He's going to just let him pass, and he's going to take P9 here. As now Bon Evil into the pits for soft tyres here. So most likely Piero will stay on those hard tyres at the end of this race, as now Shortbread will probably will overtake Piero very, very shortly. Most likely. We don't know if it's going to be 100% sure, but yeah, Piero is going to try and get third at best, or unless if Shortbright's tyres really go off the cliff here, he can hang on to second.
And I can see the fact that Shortbread is on 6 laps old mediums. I doubt we're going to be seeing them go off anytime soon.
Yeah, definitely. Very true. So his tyre will be around 12-13 laps old when he'll cross the line. Piero gets a 3-second time penalty though, so Piero will not have now. There's definitely gone. But Pacino has 28 second time penalties. 28. So Pacino really going very crazy there on the penalties, definitely.
I don't know whether that's impressive or something else.
Ooh, and he gets another one. 31 seconds now.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
not a great day.
Could be close to disqualification. Definitely out of the top 10. Definitely. Pablo gets a 3-second time penalty. As
13 seconds, man. Oh my, that's impressive.
Yeah, I've not seen a big amount. Well, I've seen drivers having amount penalties like that, and they get disqualified. So yeah, Pacino is close to getting disqualified here from this Grand Prix for track limits. So yeah, that kind of shows how bad the track limits are around here, and will definitely play a big factor here at the end of the race. Kebab getting a 3-second time penalty with that at the back here. So the two Ferraris, one DNF and one at the back here, so not really the best, but still 4 laps remaining. Shortbread now is now just behind Piero here for this race now we're slowly but surely closing down on this race result, as now Piero will now try and defend here as much as he can. I don't think he will do that though for the sake of time, but Piero will leave him by as you can see, Cruz has passed and Shortbread takes second place, and that is probably everything for Shortbread this race right now. Very simple move.
We can now say that P3 is in the bag for Piero, because I doubt Flat Left will be able to cut down 8 seconds in 3 laps.
Yes, definitely. Unless Piero can get a puncture, then which could be kind of unlikely. His tyres are kind of looking still okay. As we'll see what will happen though. But Shortbread can be very slow. He can really just kind of chill around Yeah, but Piero is staying kind of close though. Just let it sink in. He is getting close, but that could just blob up to 1 second here. Sorry about that, but yeah, it could go up to sec as all Tabby is retired. No safety car though.
Yeah, he's retired in the pits, I think.
Oh yep, he is retired in the pits. So his race done there for Tabby Top Decks, and he ends the final race of the season in the pit lane. So yeah, even if it crashed, there will be no safety car. Because it's too late now, as now Jutsikev is now halfway to starting the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix, as now kind of a quiet race here. Pacino close to Billy Misu here, who's on 31 lap old hards. Wow, 31 lap. He's still on 31 seconds. A quick fact, his lap tyre age is the same as his penalties, so kind of crazy. Sector 2, someone that's gone super slow. K-Knock Stiff, why is he on the inters? I don't know why he's on the inters. Don't know, but he retired in the pit lane. Oh, he retires in the pit lane, that's why. But now, Jutsikev starts the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. And we could see a very interesting end to this Grand Prix here, or maybe not, because pretty much everyone now is gapped here. So yeah, Jutsikev is going to probably come out on top to win this race unless some miraculous spin happens from the Swiss driver, but I don't think it will happen. I think he'll just cross the line and win this race. As now Born Evil's retired.
What's happened to him then?
Oh, he's crashed into the wall. He's bumped into the wall on the penultimate lap. Very unfortunate.
It was going so well for him as well.
Oh wow, that is very unfortunate there, and not good. But now Jutsikev will now start the final lap of this Grand Prix. As you can see, that Jutsikev weaves there. Yep, you know what happens there. Our Peter has the fastest lap though, so our Peter, I don't think will be an interruption here, as now he's celebrating very early here. Let's see if he weaves on the straight. Let's see if he does. No, he doesn't. Bon Evil's left the session here, so yeah, very unfortunate for Bon Evil there. So it was 2 DNFs around lap 30, 27 or something like that, but now 3 extra drivers came and then joined as still Pacino, still with 31 second time penalties, but still Piero kind of close here, not gonna lie, to a shortbread, managing that gap nicely. But the man of the hour here really done a great job today, and he is going to now go through the final corner as he as you can see there, he's slowing a bit as now Heblerino slowing down here. But anyway, Jutsikev will now cross the line and win this Grand Prix, as he wins in very good fashion, and now is gonna be Haas winning the Constructors' Championship, and it's gonna be Haas winning the Constructors' Championship. Flat left takes P4, Piero with the podium, and that is now the drivers are gonna be crossing the line. And well, that was a very interesting race. One safety car, which was that, yes, but yeah, very clean race. Piero there is sitting, as you can see, they're retired. GG to Kevin, deserved the win. Great pace, happy with P2. Yeah, definitely, very good pace from you as well. Shortbread, unfortunately, the traffic definitely held you back there, mate. But yeah, great job, especially for the last race of the season. And Pacino is going to be P9 with 31 seconds on penalties, so that is a nice thing there. But will RP to jump up? He's not. He's going to stay P11 there. Well, that was a fun race to do. Yeah, definitely. Congratulations on the podium, Piero. Congratulations. One more lap and it would have been puncture. Oh well, what was your tyre? Well, I'll actually be quite curious. But yeah, now we'll quickly just go through the race classification. So Jutsikev takes the win here with Shortbread second. Piero with third, taking the podium after a very good strategy. One stop really working wonders there for the French driver. Flat left takes P4 from P11. Great drive for him. Billy Musu fifth. Archer sixth there. You really have to give him a definite applause. Probably driver of the day for me there. With a drive for penalty, manages to get sixth there. So great drive from him. Heblerino takes 8th, Piestri 7th, Pacino 9th with a lot of penalties. De Hebler takes 10th, and then rounding off the top 10 is going to be Peter. Sorry, Kebab Barrages, Peter, Kebab Barrages, and then the retirees are Born Evil, K Knox, Steph, Tabby Dopdex, Liam, and then JMB Suru retiring, but that is everything. And yeah, so Haas are Constructors Champions. So Haas win the double, and that is a great achievement for them. So congratulations to Jutsikev and Boyd Voss for and as well for the reserves for winning that championship. But yeah, if there's any, hopefully Mercedes will be able to keep, I think, where we are. Yeah, I think you are third, most likely. But obviously, the standing will get calculated and gave very soon. But yeah, if there's any more words you'd like to give Lukey Boy about the race and everything, then yeah.
It was a very enjoyable race. Lots of action throughout. And I think to end this off, goodbye to everyone who has joined us here today on the stream. You may not hear my voice again for the foreseeable future. Like, could be as early as August, as late as December.
So yeah, thanks for the commentary and moderators enjoyed. Yeah, thank you as well, Shortbread. Thank you. I'm losing my voice there. Yeah, thank you, Luke Boy, for joining me and for some of the races this season. It was great commentating with you, and yeah, that was great season there commentating both leagues. So yeah, very tough job there for me. But thank you everyone for great races, great driving, and yeah, that has F1 2021 chapter book nicely sealed and closed. Yeah, and now we'll see what will happen on F1 2022, where the new season will happen then, because we've just got around just around a month left to the new game releases. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you very, very, very soon for this Grand Prix, for this future. There will be one-off events, there will be some races, but for now, it's gonna be me and me signing off, and we'll see you guys very soon.